Have you ever wondered how a simple question can spark a global conversation? What is wrong with India? A phrase that recently went viral on social media has been stirring up a storm on the internet. In the world of hashtags and trending topics, it only takes a few characters to ignite a wildfire of responses. That's exactly what happened with the phrase, "What is wrong with India?" This query, seemingly innocuous, opened a Pandora's box of opinions, criticisms, and defenses, setting the stage for a global dialogue. The genesis of this viral trend traces back to an unfortunate and horrifying incident in Jharkhand, where a Spanish tourist was subjected to a brutal gang rape. The news spread like wildfire, sparking outrage and painting a grim and negative portrait of India on the global stage. But as the phrase, "What is wrong with India?" spread across the digital landscape, it became more than just a response to a single incident. It evolved into a rallying cry for people around the globe to voice their opinions on various issues they believe are plaguing the country. Interestingly, the phrase also sparked a counter-narrative. Many users began highlighting incidents from other countries, pairing them with the same phrase. This wasn't an attempt to deflect criticism, but a bid to underscore the algorithm bias that often plagues social media narratives. The intent? To remind the world that no country is without its own set of problems. Even as the phrase trended, the Indian community on the social media platform X found a way to subvert the narrative. They began showcasing the positive aspects of India, effectively creating a counterbalance to the negative portrayal. The phrase has been interpreted in various ways, but it's clear that it has sparked a global debate about India and its social, economic, and cultural issues. While the phrase, "What is wrong with India?" was initially met with outrage and criticism, the Indian online community soon found a unique way to respond. The trend had been sparked by a heinous crime that had shocked the world, casting a shadow over the image of India. Yet the resilience of the Indian online community shone through. Instead of succumbing to the negativity, they decided to counteract it. They began to share incidents from other countries, not to deflect blame or minimize the gravity of the issues at hand, but to highlight the inherent bias in the way these trends were shaped. They questioned why only India was being singled out when similar incidents were occurring worldwide. Their aim was to challenge the underlying bias and bring about a more balanced perspective. But the Indian online community didn't stop there. They decided to use this trend as an opportunity to showcase the positive aspects of India. They began sharing stories of India's achievements, its rich culture, its vibrant diversity, and the resilience of its people. Instead of focusing on what was wrong with India, they chose to highlight what was right about it. The government, too, joined in this trend. Their participation signaled an acknowledgement of the issue at hand and a willingness to engage in the dialogue. It was a clear attempt to steer the narrative towards a more positive light, focusing on the country's successes and its ongoing efforts to address its challenges. This response from the Indian online community was a testament to their resilience and their ability to turn a potentially negative narrative into a positive one. It demonstrated their willingness to confront the issues that plague their country, while also highlighting the many things that make India unique and admirable. In a clever twist, Indians turned a potentially negative narrative into a showcase of the country's achievements and strengths. The "What is wrong with India?" trend has not only sparked a global conversation, but also led to introspection within India. The viral question posed on social media platforms was a catalyst, opening up dialogues and discussions on a multitude of issues plaguing the country. From socioeconomic challenges such as the recent economic crisis in Sri Lanka, to political events like Rishi Sunak's rise as the first Prime Minister of Indian descent in Britain, the trend served as a mirror for Indians to reflect upon their own nation's achievements and shortcomings. But this trend went beyond introspection. It provided a platform for Indians to showcase their country's accomplishments and the progress it's made on the global stage. They countered the negativity by sharing positive stories about India, its rich heritage, its vibrant diversity, and its technological advancements. This showed the world that while India, like any other country, has its share of problems, it also has a wealth of strengths and successes to be proud of. However, this trend also brought to light the power and potential pitfalls of social media algorithms. As the conversation spiraled, it highlighted how easy it is for global perceptions to be skewed by what's trending. The algorithm bias inadvertently painted a one-sided picture of India, focusing more on the negative aspects and less on the positive ones. This is a stark reminder of the role we all play in shaping these global narratives. Each share, each comment, each like can tip the balance, and we must be cautious about the kind of image we project of our countries and societies. It's a delicate dance between raising awareness of real issues and avoiding painting an entire nation with a broad brush. While the origin of the trend's traction remains unclear, it has undeniably put India in the global spotlight, for better or for worse. The hope is that this exposure will not just lead to meaningful discussions, but also inspire actions that address the issues at hand, while also highlighting the many positives that make India a truly unique and diverse nation. Before we wrap up, it's important to understand how each of us can contribute to such global conversations. As we've seen, a simple hashtag can stir up a mix of narratives, both positive and negative. The power of social media is not just in its reach, but also in its ability to democratize voices. This means that you, as an individual, can make a difference. You can use your voice to highlight the issues you care about, to share your experiences and perspectives, and to shape the narratives about your communities, your countries, and your world. So the next time you see a trend like "What is wrong with India?" don't just be a passive consumer. Engage, question, contribute, and remember each like, each share, each comment can make a difference. And while it's important to highlight the challenges, let's not forget to also celebrate the successes, the progress, and the uniqueness of our diverse global community. After all, no country is without its flaws, and no country is without its strengths. Let's strive for balanced narratives that reflect the complexities and nuances of our world. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of a viral trend and its impact. If you found this video insightful, consider subscribing for more content like this, and as always, stay curious and keep exploring.